so excited, I have new goodies. I have been on a shopping spree on Amazon. Oh my goodness, this is so heavy. Yeah, I have bought myself loads of arts and craft supplies which I would love to share with you, but all of these purchases have been heavily influenced by the lovely people that I see here on YouTube. So some great YouTubers out there have influenced me to buy these. So let me show you what I got. I have so many parcels. I'm not sure what this one is actually going to be. Oh, this is the jelly gouache. I absolutely am so excited about these. Now, I am not going to lie, I have seen jelly gouache all over YouTube. And I mean all over YouTube. And to be honest, I'd kind of ignored it because I kind of thought it's just a bit of a gimmick until I watched a video by Chloe Rose Art. So what happened was she'd moved, her art supplies got sent to the wrong location, and she was in a position where she was having to go out and rebuy some art supplies. And this was on the list of things that she re-bought. So I kind of thought a professional artist was rebuying these. So that got me intrigued, so I wanted to try them. Now, she didn't actually buy these ones, she bought a set of 24. And then when I went shopping, I realised that there were 56 colours available. And of course, being a colour magpie, I wanted all the colours. But instead of getting the full 56 colours in the full pot size, so normally where you're seeing 2 colours there, normally you would have 1 pot of the full colour. I decided to go for the dual pots. Firstly, I'm not sure how much I'm going to use these. Secondly, because of that, I'm thinking that they might dry out, in which case would I end up wasting some of the bigger pots, and I'm better off with these ones. If I do end up regretting not getting the bigger pots, I can get them at a later date. So you do have to sort of open all of these individually. I was very careful to lay them all out as, you know, they were on the colour coding that came with it. Some of them did lead a little stir, so they've got this like special binder in them which keeps them in a jelly-like state. Now I have done quite a bit of research on gouache since, and one of the natures of gouache is that it's nice and creamy, and you maintain this by having this as a jelly gouache, whereas once a gouache dries out, it essentially becomes a watercolour paint. So yes, you can reactivate it, yes, you can reuse it, but the properties that make it gouache, you lose those. You can reuse it as pigment, but the sort of opacity, the creaminess, the matte finish, all of that, you need it in that sort of state. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. Now I know what this little purchase is. This has been based on a video I saw of Jess Carp. So first of all, I bought this after I saw her haul it, but since then she has sort of done a video where she has reviewed it. That video has had something like 5 million views. It's crazy. But look at this, it's a little travel palette. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. It's wooden, and it has like little magnetic bits which I will sort of demonstrate in a minute. But basically I am really wanting to do a lot more sketching on location, sketchbook dates and things like that, so to be able to have a little palette that comes with me is a great idea. So this is one of the watercolour books that I got during my haul in Edinburgh, and as you can see, you just clip that onto your book and then your palette's attached and you're all ready to go. I also thought it would be really good for me when I go down the road to create and craft, that I can take a very limited paint palette with me. So I'm just demonstrating here how secure that is. It is so good. So you've got these magnets just there, and it's really, really strong and holds together really well. And I just think it's utterly adorable, and I cannot wait to use it. So I feel like it's like a game show. What's behind door number 3? So I'm quite excited to see what this parcel is going to be. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is the Ephemera book. So this I saw when I watched a Marry Me Small art video. She created almost like a 3D diorama box using elements from this. It was kind of like a reverse canvas. I have to say, I absolutely adore these images. They are gorgeous. My one sort of downside is the images are so gorgeous. Why do we have them on both sides of the paper? Like, you're only going to ever be able to use half of the images in this book. So if you want to use them all, you'd essentially have to buy 2 books. That irritates me somewhat, but I'm still sure that for the money that we will be able to make lots of absolutely gorgeous projects with this. And she also does, this is by Kate Curry, this particular book, and she has a whole range of ephemera books that are worth checking out. So in the next parcel, I think I have something that I'm going to absolutely love, because I already have something similar. Here we go, look at that, Kuratake Gansi Tambi. Oh my goodness, these colours are just lush. This is the Art Nouveau set, and I also got this other little set. Now, I double checked the big set that I've got and those 2 sets. There are no repeat colours between all of those 3 collections. How did I not know? Apparently this has been on the market for over a year, but I stumbled across it when I watched, I think you pronounce it Eric Landoff, her videos. She's an intuitive artist. She makes absolutely beautiful art, and she was using the Art Nouveau set. So of course, as soon as I discovered there was more colours in this, because you all know how much I love my other palette, I immediately had to buy it. Then when I saw that one, I saw this little one too, so I had to buy it as well. And those 2 greens in the different palettes are different greens. So I'm not going to do a full swatching out of this. I am just sort of going to put it in the lid. So they have a sort of like mini swatch thing on the lid of your Kuratake Gansi Tambis. So I've done that, and then at a later point I did actually swatch them out in my swatch book for future reference. If you want to see these being used, I will have a video on Saturday that Dawn and Julia create, where we are going to play with those paints. This purchase was based on a video that I saw by Sarah Rennie Clark, who is a pencil expert. This is the Mobius and Rupert sharpener based, made and created in Germany. I quite often see people with really sharp pencils, and I'm very envious because I can never get mine that sharp. So I watched her video where she literally reviewed practically every pencil sharpener on the market, and she came out with a few top ones. This was one of them, a desktop. I also bought one of her other ones in the past, which is a smaller one, which I can take with me on location. But look at that point. That is just gorgeous. So I'm very excited to finally have nice, sharp, pointy pencils. Now this purchase wasn't influenced by anyone. This is a Paul Rubens hot pressed watercolour book, and I saw it and it looked so pretty. So because I bought all these art supplies, I kind of had this recommended to me, and because I'm really wanting to improve my watercolour skills throughout 2024, it just spoke to me. Plus it's hot pressed, so the paper is nice and smooth, which I like, especially being a crafter and a stamper as well. So that is all my goodies. So what would you like to see me play with? Let me know in the comments below, and we will create a video using those particular supplies. And what's your favourite?